Okay guys, so this is right now the last in the series of quadratic videos and assignments I want to do for you today. I'm working hard for you, trying to give you many options like I said, so when you get stuck on one thing, try another thing, right? Find ways, guys, to allow me to give you credit, right? Work through it, learn it the best you can. Hopefully you can do these practice sets in Khan Academy where you're at least getting 3 and 4 out of 4, by the way. If you're getting only 1 and 2 out of 4, I really do want you to go back and try it again. Okay, try to get a little bit better mastery of it. But anyways, quadratic word problems. A little scary, but not as scary as they seem. You have to think a little bit though. Check this out. So, oh, by the way, again, of course, if you need to search it, right? Quadratic word problems, it'll pop up for you. Okay? Anyways, quadratic word problems. Notice, guys, they gave you the function already factored. So the first thing we're going to do is find its zeros. Okay? So what makes a zero here? Well, if x minus 3 equals 0, does everyone agree x must be 3? Right here. If x minus 11 is supposed to equal 0, well, that means x must be 11. Now, what we really have, guys, you see, is a graph that looks like this. It's a quadratic. Why is it opening down? Because of the negative. That's something you may have forgotten, but negative functions, quadratic functions, open down. But anyways, we now know that it zeroes out on the left or the lower end at 3, and it zeroes out on the higher end at 11. So let's get to the question. What would be the company's profit if the app price was $0? Well, guys, I actually did a lot more than I needed to. Guys, watch how simple this is. If they tell you the app price is $0, all you had to do was plug in 0. So I did a lot more than I needed to, but we will do what I needed to on a different problem. So guys, check this out. I have negative 2 times 0 minus 3. They're telling me the app price is 0. Let's see what we get. Negative 2 times 0 minus 3 is negative 3 times 0 minus 11 is negative 11. If I times that all together, guys, I get negative 66. Now, this is in millions of dollars, as you can see right here. So, guys, I'm going to type in negative 66. Why is it negative, guys? Because remember, if I am making something or producing something, I have to pay somebody or somebody's to do that, to market it, to sell it, right? So if I'm foolish enough to sell something for $0, guess what? In this case, I know I'm going to be losing $66 million. Because that's how much it costs to produce, market it, and make the app. Okay? So that's why it's real life math, guys. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, this is how real life works. Nothing's for free, guys, for a reason. Okay, let's do another one, hopefully. And this time I won't make the same mistake. I'm just going to scan the question first. How many seconds after being thrown will the stone... Now, this one I have to do the work I did. What makes it 0 here, guys? Do you agree? X minus 8 is 0 when x equals 8. What makes it 0 here? X plus 4 is 0 when x is negative 4. Okay? Now, they want to know the maximum height. So, guys, here's what we know. We have a graph that does this. We know on the left end, it zeroes out. Here's our x-axis at negative 4. It zeroes out. In other words, that's when it hits the ground or whatever again. 8 seconds later at time 8. So guys, using your common sense, where would this maximum value right there be? in between these two zeros, right? So guys, what number is between 8 and negative 4? Well, if you want to do it mathematically, guys, all you need to do is add them together and divide by 2. We call that averaging. Averaging helps you find the middle. So I'm going to end up getting 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So the answer would be 2 seconds later. So in other words, Ricardo throws this stone off the bridge. 2 seconds later, it's right there at its maximum height. Okay, let's try at least 1 or 2 more. Looks like 2 more. So let's do this one. Guys, this time they want to know which app price will result in 0 profit. So guys, they're telling you solve for 0. So guess what? What makes this 0? X minus 3 is 0 if x equals 3. What makes this 0? X minus 11 equals 0 when x equals 11. So they want you to enter the lowest price first. So the lowest price would be if we sold it for $3. If we sold it for $3, guys, basically we break even. We've paid all of our production, manufacturing, marketing people off. So they made money, but as a company, we've just broke even, no profit. 0 at $3. The other end is if we sell it a little too high at $11, that's what we'd answer next for the upper or higher price. That again is where we break even. The maximum price, by the way, guys, is right in the middle between these two. So if we sold it for $7, does everyone agree 7's between 3 and 11 perfectly? That's where we get maximum profit. Okay? But anyways, our answers were 3 and 11. Let's do one more. Guys, they actually want to know. Now, I got tricked on this one. And I'll explain where I got tricked a little bit. I did it right, but then I got tricked. I gave the wrong answer. What is the maximum power possible? Well, guys, check this one out. Let's find where it's 0. Do you agree C equals 0 when C equals 0? What about this here? Do you agree C minus 8 equals 0 when C is 8? So, guys, here's what we got again. Here's our x-axis. We know it's 0 at 0 this time. We know it's also 0 at 8. So, guys, where is it at its peak or maximum? Right there is right in the middle between these two. What number's perfectly in the middle between 0 and 8? That's 4. Now, what I did is I typed in 4, and I was wrong. Why? Because they wanted the actual max power. So guess what, guys? You have to plug it in. So I'm going to plug in 4 for C. 4 for C again. I plugged in 4 there and there in my power function or equation, right? And now I just do the math. I have negative 15 times 4 is negative 60. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Timesing those together, I get a positive 240 watts. So what did we just figure it out? That at 4, when C is 4, we get our maximum value, which is 240 watts. So guys, hopefully, if anything, you're seeing how real life problems are solved using quadratics. That's something that's not taught enough of, I know. And the real reason is you guys are just so stuck on and struggling just with the basics. We a lot of times don't get to the real world problems, guys. Okay? But anyways, hopefully you now realize that. And hopefully you just practice this and understand and learn it. I'll see you around.